Following presentation comes to you from Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Good afternoon, baseball fans. Glenn Walker here from the Replay Sports Channel studios, ready to present some Major League Baseball for you today. 1977 replay, our game of the week, coming at you from Cleveland. Cleveland Stadium, the site for today's game between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. Doc Ellis taking the mound for the Yanks. He's been in the news a lot this week. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. 2 starts so far in the year. He is 1-0 with ERA of 3.46. This will be his first start against the Indians. He'll be opposed by Al Fitzmaurice from Cleveland. Also has made 2 starts, also has a 1-0 record, has an ERA of 4.76. This will be his first start against the Yankees. A little bit cool here in late April, 55 degrees, a little bit of wind out to right field. Set up the lineups for you here as the players finish the pregame festivities. And the Indians take to the field. Bell will be in left field, Manning in center field, Norris will be in right. Dade is the third baseman, Duffy at short, Kuiper at second, Thornton at first. Catching today will be Fosse, and as we mentioned, Fitzmaurice is the right-hander, 31 years old. Will be getting the start today for the Indians. Let's take a look at that starting lineup for the 7-5 New York Yankees. Currently in second place, 2.5 games behind the Red Sox. Second baseman Willie Randolph will lead things off for the Yankees. Then it'll be the catcher, Thurman Munson, followed by right fielder Reggie Jackson, third baseman Craig Nettles, batting cleanup. It'll be the center fielder Mickey Rivers, designated hitter May, left fielder White, first baseman Chris Chambliss, and then finally the shortstop Bucky Dent. Our home plate umpire, Mr. Chilak, says to play ball, and that's what we will do here as Fitzmaurice prepares to deliver the first pitch. Grounder toward the shortstop. Duffy, easy toss back to first, 1 away. And that'll bring up the catcher, Thurman Munson. Off to a brilliant start this season. Batting .400, 6 doubles, a home run, and 6 RBIs. This one's going to drop into center field for a hit. And Reggie Jackson gets a warm welcome here to Cleveland. Left-handed batter batting .306, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. 1 man on, 1 man out. Fitzmaurice prepares to deliver. This one's going to drop into right field. Munson's going to head to third, and Jackson with a single. 2 men aboard. Fitzmaurice in trouble early, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter. Puff, as they call him, Craig Nettles. Struggling a bit as the season is underway, batting .146. 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. See if he can bring in some RBIs here for the Yankees. Pop up. And the shortstop Duffy's going to call for that one. 2 away. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Mickey Rivers, batting .360. No home runs, 6 RBIs. 2 out, 2 men on, top of the first, no score here between the Yankees and the Indians. High pop fly toward left field. Buddy Bell camps underneath it, makes the play. 3 away. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. We're through half an inning. Cleveland coming to bat. Take a look at that New York Yankees lineup. White, Rivers, and Jackson are your outfielders. Craig Nettles at third, Bucky Dent at short, Willie Randolph at second, Chris Chambliss at first. Thurman Munson will be catching. And Doc Ellis, right-handed pitcher, 32 years old, in the news a lot this week. It wasn't sure that Ellis was still going to be a New York Yankee earlier in the week. He had made some uncomplimentary comments about the owner, George Steinbrenner. And he is in the middle of a contract negotiation. And for now, peace has reigned between the organization and Doc and his representative. And finally, a statement released by the owner, Steinbrenner, a little bit later in the week, saying that Ellis would not be traded. Final word apparently coming from George Steinbrenner. All right, let's take a look at that Indians lineup. They're currently 5-5. They're tied for third in the AL East. Game and a half behind the Yankees, 3.5 behind Boston. So leading us off will be Rick Manning. Batting second will be Dwayne Kuiper, the second baseman. Norris, the right fielder, batting third. Rico Carty batting fourth, the DH. Dade, the third baseman, batting fifth. Buddy Bell, left fielder, batting sixth. Thornton, first baseman, batting seventh. Fossey, the catcher, batting eighth. And Duffy, the shortstop, batting ninth. So Rick Manning, center fielder, steps up to the plate, batting .200, has hit a home run and 3 RBIs. Ellis prepares to deliver. High pop fly. Nettles is going to camp underneath that one. And 1 away as we start the bottom of the first inning. Dwayne Kuiper, second baseman, lefty, has hit .333, no home runs, 3 RBIs. This one gets past the second baseman, Randolph. Kuiper is on for a single. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jim Norris. Hitting .333 so far this season. No home runs, 3 RBIs. 1 man on, 1 man out. The delivery to Norris. High fly ball towards center field. Rivers is going to camp underneath that one. 2 away. Kuiper stays at first. Now bring up the cleanup man, Rico Carty. Off to a struggling start this season. 167 batting average, no home runs, 6 RBIs. So 2 out, 1 man on. Bottom of the first, just underway here from Cleveland. This one's heading to center field. Rivers, backing up to the warning track, makes the catch. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Tribe as we head on to the top of the second. No score here between the Yankees and Indians. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon game of the week. Major League Baseball 1977 replay. Glad you could join us today. Expected batters. Top of the second, Carlos May, Roy White, Chris Chambliss. May hitting .238 so far this season. Left-handed batter, digs into the box. This will be a ground ball toward Kuiper. Kuiper with the easy toss back to first. One away. Now bring up the left fielder, Rory White. White in 234 to start this young season. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. This will drop into right field for a base hit. Third hit given up by Fitzsimmons, or Fitzmorris so far today. Chambliss coming up to bat. He's going to rub some dirt on his palms there. As you notice, if it's your first time watching us in a while, we do have the sports ticker down at the bottom. We have some upcoming events that you can see there. If you become a subscriber, you'll get contact for when these live events will take place. We had soccer, I believe, yesterday or day before yesterday, match day 4 of our Classic Soccer Champions League. We're going to have some football coming up soon. A lot of great things, so become a subscriber. That way you will be notified. Chambliss digs in, 1 out, White on at first. The delivery to Chambliss. High fly ball to center field. Manning at the track, camps underneath it. Makes a great play. And the shortstop, Bucky Dent. Ian Jackson getting warm rounds of acclaim here in Cleveland. Dent off to a good start. 308 batting average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Ground ball towards Duffy. Duffy with the throw to first. In time. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We're through inning and a half. No score here from Cleveland. Expected batters here in the second. Bottom of the second will be Dade, Bell, and Thornton for Cleveland. These two teams were supposed to play last night, but they got rained out. Playing today, there will be a doubleheader tomorrow to finish out the series. Paul Dade, third baseman, batting .353 this season, steps in to face Ellis. Grounder toward Bucky Dent. Easy throw to Chambliss at first. 1 away. Yankees off to a 7-5 start. Cleveland at 500. 5-5. Buddy Bell up to the plate, batting .333. Left fielder digging in. Ground ball to Randolph. Tosses it back to first, 2 away. That'll bring up Andy Thornton. First baseman, batting .265. Has 4 home runs already and 10 RBIs. So 2 outs, nobody on. Ellis with the delivery. High fly ball to short center field. Rivers with an easy catch. And 1, 2, 3 go the Indians here in the bottom of the second. So no score here from Cleveland as we head to the top of the third. Top of the order for the Yankees. Randolph, Munson, and Jackson coming up. You'll notice the out-of-town scoreboard on top of your screen there. We'll take a look at that after the completion of the third inning, kind of give you some updates from around the league. Willie Randolph grounded out to the shortstop in his first appearance. Fitzmorris ready to get us started here, top of the third. No score between the Indians and the Yankees. Ground ball toward first baseman. Thornton's going to have issues with it, and Randolph reaches first on an error. Error on the first baseman. That'll bring up Herman Munson hit a single in his first at-bat. Randolph on at first. Munson draws the walk. Randolph moves over to second. Munson on at first. That brings up Reggie Jackson, recently acquired free agent, big splash signing by George Steinbrenner. Jackson singled his first time up. Grounder toward the first baseman. Thornton's going to throw to second. Gets Munson out at second. Jackson is safe at first. Randolph moves on to third. And that'll bring up Greg Nettles. Craig popped out to the shortstop in the first inning. Randolph at third, Jackson at first, closely watched by Thornton. Nettles prepares to face Fitzmaurice. And another walk issued, and the bases are loaded. Fitzmaurice in a jam here early. And up to the plate comes Mickey Rivers. Flew out to left field in his first at bat. 3 men on, 1 out. The delivery to Rivers. Ground ball gets past the third baseman. 1 man's going to score. Jackson holds up at third. And the Yankees lead it 1-0. We're seeing some activity starting in the Indians bullpen. It's like Waits and Buskey beginning to limber up there as Fitzmaurice finds himself in trouble here early against the Yankees. Carlos May, the designated hitter, grounded out to second base last inning. This one straight to the pitcher. Fitzmaurice throws back to first. May is safe at first, so they get the out at the plate. May will be safe at first. They still have 3 men on, but they have 2 outs now. Fitzmaurice trying to work out of a jam here. Roy White singled in his first plate appearance of the day. High fly ball towards center field. Manning camps underneath that. And the Indians are very fortunate there. They only allowed 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. So after 2.5, the Yankees lead it 1-0. Go to the bottom of the third. Fosse, Duffy, and Manning are your expected batters for the Indians. Again, hang out with us here after the third inning. We'll give you a quick update on scores from around the league. Catcher, Ray Fosse. 250 batter, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Ellis shaking his head, didn't like that from Munson. Munson gives him another one. Ellis prepared to deliver. High fly ball towards center field. Rivers racing back to the wall, makes the catch, and Fosse is retired. Fosse gave that ball a ride. 54 degrees here at Cleveland Stadium. Again, very minimal wind. Clear day here in Cleveland. They did have rain last night. These two teams were rained out. And next batter is Frank Duffy, 267 hitter. 1 home run, 1 RBI. And first walk issued by Ellis today. Duffy safely on at first. Manning popped out. 2 Nettles at third base in his first appearance at the plate. High fly ball toward left field. Roy White's going to camp underneath that one. And Duffy's going to hold up at first. So 2 away. Dwayne Kuiper, the second baseman, up. Hit a single. Bottom of the first inning. So 2 out, 1 man on. Ellis delivers to Kuiper. And they're going to say he balked. So home plate umpire, Mr. Chilak, says Ellis balked. So Duffy automatically moves to second. So as we mentioned earlier, Mr. Chilak is the home plate umpire today. First baseman is manned by Steve Palermo. Second baseman is Joe Brinkman. Third baseman is Rich Garcia. Kuiper prepares for the pitch. High fly ball. Rivers. No problems there. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We are through 3 innings, and the Yankees lead it 1-0. So through 3 innings, New York 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They've left 6 men on base. Cleveland, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They've left 2 men on base. Let's take a quick look at our out-of-town scoreboard for you. Several games going on in Philadelphia. Top of the second inning, St. Louis leads 3-1. Bottom of the second, San Diego and Houston. That's the first game of a doubleheader today. San Diego leads it by a score of 2-1. Top of the fourth, the Mets shutting out Pittsburgh 1-0. And bottom of the second, Atlanta, one of the worst records in baseball, trying to make it 2 in a row against the Dodgers. And then other team that's not doing really good to start the season, the San Francisco Giants. They trail 3-0 at Montreal. There's your out-of-town scoreboard. So bottom of the order coming up for the Yankees. White, Chambliss, and Dent get us underway here in the top of the third. Chambliss. I beg your pardon, Chambliss will be the first batter. Let's see what I did here. So yeah, Chambliss, Dent, and Randolph. My apologies. Chambliss flew out to center field in his first at bat. Grounder to Duffy. Duffy with the throw back to first in time. Away. That'll bring up Bucky Dent. 0 for 1 to start the day. This one gets past the third baseman to the wall, and Dent's going to end up with a double. Dade couldn't make a play on it, and Bell had to chase it all the way to the left field wall. So Dent in scoring position at second. Now bring up Willie Randolph. Reached first base in his second at bat on an error by Thornton. So one man on, one out for Randolph. Quick conference, though, between Fosse and Fitzmaurice, though, before the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball down the right field line. Norris will toss that one up into the stands. Lucky kid there of the souvenir. This one's going to drop into right field for a single. Dent going to make a race for it to home. Is it in time? No, he's out. And Randolph advances to second. So Dent, trying to go for home, is thrown out by Norris, the right fielder. Randolph advances a base to second. So 2 out. Randolph on at second for Thurman Munson. 1 for 1 so far today. I'm sorry, a single and a walk for him. Oh, and another one gets past Thornton. Second error of the day by Thornton. So Randolph advances to third. Munson safely on at first. That'll bring up Reggie Jackson. 2 out, 2 men on for Reggie. This one's going to drop into right field for a single. Randolph scores from third. Munson over to third. And the Yanks lead it 3-0, 2-0. And that might be the end of the day for Fitzmaurice. And the manager, Jeff Torberg, coming out. Going to get the ball from Fitzmaurice. That's going to do it for him. Pitching change coming up. And our new pitcher is going to be Rick Waits. Waits begins his warm-ups. Waits is a lefty. Has 1 win so far in this young season. Has pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. So he inherits the situation. 2 out, 2 men on. Munson at third, Jackson at first. Craig Nettles, the batter, walked his last time up. Grounder toward first base. Thornton's going to toss it over to Waits. That will end the top of the 4th for the Yankees. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Yankees lead it 2-0. So Indian batters this inning. Norris, Carty, and Dane. Ellis is ready. Norris 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field. Grounder toward Dent. Scoops it up. Throws back to first. Chambliss makes the catch in time. 1 away. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Rico Carty, 0 for 1 today. Ground ball gets past Chambliss and into right field. Carty safely on at first. Just the 2nd hit allowed by Ellis so far today. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Paul Dade. Grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat. So 1 out, 1 man on for Dade. Indians trail 2-0. And Dade will get walked. Already over to second. Buddy Bell is your batter, grounded out to second his last time up. High fly ball toward left field. White to the wall, makes the catch. And Carty safe at third. White's throw not in time. Dade stays at first. So 2 out, 2 men on. Thornton, he's had a rough day out in the field. Two errors on him. He's 0 for 1 at the batter's box. That's going to be a foul ball down the right field line. Thornton, a little mini game hitting streak here, has hit safely in 6 straight games. This one gets by Nettles at third. A run will score. Dade heading to third. So Thornton with the RBI. So Carty scores from third. And New York's lead cut in half. Fosse to the plate. Flew out to Rivers in his first at bat. Quick conference between Munson and Ellis. Another walk issued and bases are loaded. Ellis facing his first real sticky jam here in the game. Two-year-old right-hander trying to finish out the inning here with just the 1 run. Frank Duffy to the plate. Walked his last time up. This one's going to be hit toward Dent. Dent throws to third on the force out. So 1 run is scored, 2 hits, no errors. We're through 4, and the Yankees lead by just 1, 2-1 over the Indians. So both teams get a run in the 4th inning. Indians making a game of it here. Go to the top of the 5th. Rivers, May, and White are your expected batters for the Yankees. Appreciate all of you joining us here on the Replay Sports channel. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. We got baseball, we got football, we got soccer. You name it, we got it. You'll be alerted when things are coming up. Rivers to the plate. Hit a single his last time up. This one gets past the pitcher and into center field. Rivers. 2 hits in a row there. Carlos May, designated hitter, 0 for 2 today. High fly ball toward right field. Norris camps underneath it for the out. That'll bring up Roy White, 1 for 2 today. Singled his first at bat. 1 on, 1 out. Yankees lead at 2-1. Ground ball into right field. Rivers is heading to third. White will end up with a double. That'll bring up Chris Chambliss, 0 for 2 today. And he is walked. And the bases are loaded for one Bucky Dent. Dent hit a double in his last at bat. This one's going to get by third. A run will score. White stops at third. Chambliss over to second. Dent safely on at first with the RBI single. So Waits has allowed 3 hits. And another run has scored. Activity in the Indians bullpen. Buskey warming up. Go to the top of the order, Randolph. 1 for 3 today. Got a single in his last at bat. And that one just kind of stopped short of the pitcher's mound, and Waits kind of faltered there. So error on the pitcher. How did they score that one? I'm always fascinated how they scored these. So error on the pitcher. A runner scores. Man, a lot going on in that play. So it's now 4-1, and I think that's going to be it for Mr. Waits. Rick Waits going to be replaced by Tom Buskey. Tom Buskey into the game. First action he has seen this season. What a way to be introduced. Indians have allowed 10 hits so far today. And committed 3 errors in this game. So 1 out, 3 men on. Thurman Munson at the plate. Another ground ball. Gets by the first baseman, rolls to the right field. More runs will score. Trying to stretch out a dribble. Munson is safe. Wow. Munson with the multi-RBI triple. And the lead is now expanded to 7-1. 3-run triple. Man. Now bring up Reggie Jackson. Yankees are feasting on the Indians pitching here today. Reggie, high fly ball to right field. Norris at the wall makes the catch. Munson's going to head home to make it 8-1. So Reggie does get the sacrifice RBI. That'll bring up Craig Nettles. We're about ready to go through the entire Yankees order again here. 2 out, nobody on for Nettles. 0 for 2 today. This one's a grounder toward first. Thornton's going to toss it back to Baskey, who's covering first. And finally, that top half of the inning is over for the Indians. 6 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And the Yankees increase their lead to 8-1. you're scoring at home, I hope you're using a pencil, because that was wild. Yankees coming into today, record 7-5. Second place, just 2.5 behind Boston. Top of the order coming up for the Indians, Manning, Kuiper, and Morris. Ellis delivers, straight line drive toward Randolph, makes the catch. One away. Kuiper, 1 for 2 on the day. Ellis allowed just 1 run and 3 hits. And Ellis records his first strikeout of the day. I guess the first strikeout by any of the pitchers today. I'll have a scorecard here. And 2 out, that'll bring up Jim Norris. Norris 0 for 2 today. Ground ball into right center field. Norris is going to try to churn out a double, and he does. Rivers and Jackson seem to be a little bit confused there who was going after the ball. That will not make manager Billy Martin very happy. So a man on at second for Rico Cardi. 1 for 2 today. Right back to Ellis. Ellis with an easy throw over to first in time. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They're through 5. It's the Yankees 8, Cleveland 1. Bottom of the 6th. After we complete the 6th inning, we'll do another quick look at the scoreboard, our out-of-town scoreboard. Mickey Rivers having a good day, 2 for 3. Singled its last 2 at-bats. This was a high fly ball to center field. Manning watching it go over the wall, and Rivers, Gozzlehead with the home run, his first of the season. Don't know where the nickname Gozzlehead comes from, but Rivers with his first home run as he's greeted by a happy New York Yankee dugout. Carlos May, designated hitter. 0 for 3 today. Shot toward Duffy. Duffy with the throw in time at first. 1 away. That'll bring up Roy White. Has hit a single and a double today. Grounder toward Kuiper. Kuiper with a toss to Thornton. 2 away. Chris Chambliss, the first baseman, walked in his last at-bat. Grounder toward Duffy. Duffy with the throw to first. And it's just 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Yankees. Mickey Rivers getting his first home run of the season. It's now 9-1 in favor of the New York Yankees. Dade, Bell, and Thornton are your batters. Bottom of the 6th inning. So glad again you're joining us on the Replay Sports channel. Paul Dade walked in his last at bat. Bell on deck. third base line. Nettles fields it, throws across the field to Chambliss in time. Great throw there by Puff. Buddy Bell, the left fielder, also can play third base. He's 0 for 2 today. This one fielded by Randolph, turns, throws to Chambliss, and there are 2 away. Andy Thornton, 1 for 2 today. One of just 4 hits given up by Ellis. Now a walk issued. Ellis has issued 4 walks today. Thornton safely on first. They'll bring the catcher, Ray Fosse. 0 for 1 today. This one's a line drive toward Nettles. He makes the catch. And we're through 6. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Indians. They trail by 8 to New York. So as we mentioned, we're through 6 innings. Let's go ahead and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 7th, Cardinals lead the Phillies 5-3. Simmons having a great game, 3 for 3 there. Bottom of the 9th, again, that's a first of a double header between the Astros and the Padres. They're tied up at 2. Hendrick, 3 or 4 today. Bottom of the 9th also in Shea Stadium. Mets trail by 2 against the Pirates. And Los Angeles has regained the lead. They lead 3-1 over the Braves. Yeager, 3 for 3 on the day. Bottom of the 5th, Cincinnati Reds lead 2-0 over the Cubs. Also in the bottom of the 5th, Texas. They've been playing some good ball as of late. They beat the Twins 3-0. And then the Expos have opened up on the Giants. The poor Giants are just off to a bad start this year. Top of the 7th, the Expos lead it 11-3. Valentine having a good game there. So that's your out-of-town scoreboard. So Buskey preparing to pitch to Bucky Dent. Dent, 2 for 3 today. Get ready to start the top of the 7th. Grounder toward the third baseman, Dave. Dave throws to Thornton in time. 1 away. It brings us back to the top of the order. Willie Randolph, 1 of 4. Part of that wild sequence in the 5th inning. Ground ball short to Duffy. Duffy with the easy throw to first. 2 gone. Now bring up the captain, Thurman Munson. Munson, 3 RBIs today. Definitely have to be a candidate for player of the game. High fly ball to right field. Back to the track. Goes Norris. He makes the catch. And it's the 7th inning stretch, everybody. Hi again, everybody. Glenn Walker from the Replay Sports Channel Studios. You're joining us from Cleveland Stadium. It's Major League Baseball. The time machine's taking us back to the year 1977. It's late April, and the Yankees are taking on the Indians, and they're walloping the Indians with a score of 9-1. Doc Ellis has pitched 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, and the run, but I think he's going to be lifted here. Oh, go back here. Try that again. There we go. And it will be Dick Tidrow coming in. If I can get the clicker to work here. Computer very slow to respond All right, it is Dick Tidrow. 277 ERA. Pitched 13 innings, allowed 12 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 9. So Doc Ellis's day is done. Duffy will be the first man to face Dick Tidrow. Pop-up, Munson's going to try to catch that one. Flips back his mask, makes the easy catch. Brings back to the top of the order. Rick Manning, 0 for 3 today. Very disappointing day for Manning. Ground ball gets past the second baseman into left field. Rivers is going to throw it back in. And Manning gets his first hit of the day, and it's a double. Dwayne Kuiper, 1 for 3 today. Struck out in his last at bat. Only had 1 strikeout in this game. To Randolph. Throws to Chambliss at first. Manning will advance to third. Runner in scoring position for Jim Norris. 1 of 3. He hit a double in his last at bat. Strikes him out. That will end the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. New York still leads 9-1. And Cleveland's going to have to make a pitching change here. Husky is over his limit here. All right, Cleveland's going to go with Jim Kern. Jim Kern's had some struggles early. And he's going to be facing off against Reggie Jackson. Jackson 2 for 3 today. Jackson on board with a single. That one gets by the first baseman. Jackson has hit 3 singles today. Craig Nettles, 0 for 3, did have a walk back in the 3rd inning. So I'll drop into center field as Manning makes the catch. Jackson will stay at first. Mickey Rivers, 3 hits today. Home run in his last at bat. First home run of the season for Mickey. Ground ball. Another one gets past the first baseman into right field. Jackson's going to advance to second. It's going to third. Rivers with his 4th hit of the day. And the official score is going to call that E9. So Norris with a bad throw, their 4th error on the Indians today. So single for Rivers. Jackson advances to third. And then Rivers will go to second based on the error. And that will bring up Carlos May. May has walked. Bases loaded for Jim Kern. Oh, if you're an Indians fan, it's been a horror show today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Roy White to the plate. 2 for 4 today. Quick conference between catcher and pitcher. Before Kern delivers. This one's going to bounce into center field. A run will score. Another run across the plate. Safe. So 2-run score, and the Yankees with an 11-1 lead. So White gets credit for the single. Jackson scores from third. Rivers scored from second. Kern soldiering on. Just one out, 2 men on. Grounder toward the first baseman. He's going to throw to second. That's the only play he has to get White out. Chambliss safe at first. May moves over to third. 2 away. That'll bring up Bucky Dent. This is going to be foul ball down the left field line. Grounder toward first. Boy, she's going to step on the bag, and that'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. 2 more runs in for the Yankees. They lead it 11-1. They have 11 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They've left 10 men on base. Cleveland just 1 run, 5 hits, 4 errors, and have left 8 men on base. Rico Carty, 1 for 3 today. Tidrow ready to deliver. And Jackson with the catch in right field. Third baseman, all day. 0 for 3, I'm sorry, 0 for 2. Did get a walk in the 4th inning. Ball to Dent. Dent with the throw to first. Is it in time? And first baseman umpire Palermo says yes, he's out. Buddy Bell, 0 for 3 today. High fly ball to left field. White camps underneath it. 3 up, 3 down go the Indians here in the bottom of the 8th. Another pitching change for the Indians. Dave LaRoche will come in. Pitched 2 2/3 innings. He's allowed 1 hit, 6 strikeouts so far. Back to the top of the order. Willie Randolph, his 6th at bat here tonight. 1 of 5. Grounder past the second baseman. And another hit for the Yankees. That's their 16th hit of the game. Thurman Munson, 2 for 4 today. 3 RBIs. Manning makes the catch. Jackson playing good day today, 3 for 4. All 3 have been singles. And Jackson caught swinging on that one. 2 away. I believe that's the first strikeout registered on a Yankee hitter today. Craig Nettles, 0 for 4. Try to keep this inning going for the Yankees. And he gets struck out, so LaRoche, back-to-back strikeouts. They go to the bottom of the 9th. They trail by 10 runs. Can they get something going here? Bottom of the order for the Indians, Thornton, Fosse, and Duffy to get a start. And Thornton gets struck out to start the bottom of the 9th. That'll bring up Ray Fosse, the catcher. 0 for 2 today. Did have a walk back in the 4th. Ground ball gets by Dent, short. And Fossey's on safely at first. Duffy, the shortstop, 0 for 2 today. Duffy, strikeout victim number 2. Indians down to their last out. Manning hit a double in his last at bat. Yankees looking to put this one away. High pop fly. Nettles is going to have an easy catch here. And that's going to do it here from Cleveland. The Yankees win 11-1 over the Indians. Taking a look at the final numbers. New York Yankees, 11 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The Cleveland Indians, 1 run, 6 hits, 4 errors. Doc Ellis will be awarded the win. That's his second of the season. Dick Tidrow will get the save, his first of the season. Fitzmaurice will be tabbed with the loss. He drops to 1-1. So next week, not sure what our game of the week will be. We have some options here. Seattle at New York Yankees. We have the Mets, the Padres, and we have these same Indians at the Milwaukee Brewers. So I will keep you posted on that. Again, if you're not a subscriber, hit like and subscribe so you can get more access to our games. And I think our next one will either be soccer or football. I'm not sure. But again, check us out. Again, Glenn Walker here from the Replay Sports Channel, thanking you so much for being with us today. Have a great rest of your week.